alternate for Derek. Bruce? You're the only alternate we got. So I guess we're ready to go.
Tough choice.
The minutes of May 16th. I found a few little nits. Page 2, line 55, typo says the tank and terrafill was billed. It should be built, I think. It's simple. 67 is
No,
another
it was
typo.
decided
She
to
said
build. It was decided to build.
misspelled.
Was decided to
It was
build-
decided to build.
It was decided to build anytime.
Oh,
Decided to build, it
54,
was
the
built.
line above it.
Oh,
Yeah, the line above it
Yeah, 54, not
was
55.
built.
Yeah.
And then line 67 is, she said at the end of the sentence, at the end of that line, just a typo. 101 on page 3, I'm not sure that Deej spells her name that way.
I tried to find her name online.
Did you?
I
Okay.
couldn't find it.
I thought it's D-E-E-G, but I'm not positive. Deej McKay, do you know? That's all that I found. That's all that I found. So can we have a motion to approve the minutes as amended?
We approve the minutes as amended?
Second.
Second by Donna. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay. Item 4.1, old business, public hearings. We've had a request to extend the public hearing to July 18th.
Correct.
Can I have a motion to do that?
Which public hearing is that?
This is the
1614.
1614.
July 18th.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we extend the public hearing on application 1614 of Mark Lebutkin to July 8, or to our July 18th meeting, or continue it.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Opposed? Okay, that's done. The B part, we don't do until we get to a public hearing and close it. There's an application, 1623 of Chris Davis for a sign permit for State Farm on the property located at 1243 Hop Meadow Street. I think staff has recommended the approval of this, and the design review passed it tonight.
With design review did have one modification. They asked that the hours of operation be removed from the placard on the building, and that the year that the business was established be in its place as an option. It's the commission's decision on that.
Right. Everybody understand that?
We didn't ask to remove the phone number off the one out in the street? What's the matter with that?
So instead of the hours, you put the
The
date.
year, the date that
So
the
it looks
business
more
was
like,
established, so then it's more in keeping with an historic
Historic, right.
placard on the building.
So do I hear a motion on this application?
What do the applicants say about that?
The applicant was not here tonight.
Applicant's not here.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, applicant is here.
Oh, good. Sorry. Do you have any comments on this?
Yeah, of course, they'd like to have their hours of operation posted somewhere so folks know when they can come by for business.
Yeah. Seems reasonable.
Is that in the design guidelines, or is that in our regs?
The design guidelines, and it's the over-advertising, usually saying that, but in this case, in looking at the design guidelines after the design review board, what the guidelines specifically is to avoid the smaller text that would become confusing from the road. The applicant is making a very tasteful attempt to showing the hours of operation in the sense in this. So the regulations or the design guidelines do not call a prohibition against doing such this. It's just the small text, and like I said, then it becomes confusing,
Yeah.
especially if it was on a larger sign.
So we could approve it with the hours if the applicant, if we agree.
Yeah, I don't think that's uncommon. I mean, it's different if it's the street, out in front of the street, but this is at their door.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's not only perpendicular to the street, the text is so small, no one's going to be able
Yeah.
to read it from the street anyway.
And which date do you put, State Farm or Rena, or Mr. Morton's?
Mr. Morton's, that's at least how some of the other businesses have been handling this.
Well, I think the
That's kind
hours
of
make sense.
Makes
To
more
me, the
sense on the
hours make
date that he
sense.
started as State Farm. That's kind of,
I'm in favor, putting hours.
I have no problem with it.
Gary?
I don't have a problem with it either. It's up by the door, so it's not like it's out on the street.
Okay, I think we,
yeah, I find it interesting that they questioned that one, but not the phone number out front, because that's the one we usually question.
okay, anybody want to make a motion on this?
I'll make a motion, we accept the application as presented with the hours of operation on the sign only to be located at the doorway.
I'll second it.
Any more
Second.
discussion?
Listed.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Done. Next is the application 1624 of Mr. Louis George.
Good evening. My name is Louis George, and I'm the owner of two properties located at 4 Masako. It's Masako Properties LLC. It's where we have our law firm. We are looking to repair and renovate the front entrance. We're trying to keep it as close to what it was when originally built. There's an older black and white photo that you should have in your packet that shows it as a porch. The more recent photos, which show some of the deterioration, show it enclosed. Somewhere along the way before we bought it, it was enclosed. What we're proposing is to bring it back, same pillars, same molding, railings, same size, but not enclosed, just have it open as it was in that original picture. It just needs repair, so we're trying to do the exact same thing and keep it in the same condition, or same design as it was before.
How old is that picture, do you know?
That is, I think it's in the 30s. The building's, I think, 1911, but I think that was a little, you can tell by the car, some car expert can.
Oh, I can see the guy.
Yeah.
So there's no design for the replacement, just a picture?
There is a, there's a,
Okay.
there it is, yeah. There's two of them.
So there is a rail on the top.
Yes, and that will remain, and it was originally.
Is there access to that balcony?
There's a window, but not in,
Oh.
it's
So
a,
you can
it's
keep
a
the
rubber
rail the same
membrane.
height?
It's the same height.
Yeah.
With a rubber membrane roof, so you
Okay.
can't really go like this.
Otherwise-
It's just decorative.
Okay.
Now, you're planning to have a meeting with town staff before the construction to make sure that the measurements are made and you conform to them at the end?
With the builder, yes.
Staff, we prepared a draft motion recommending that as a condition of approval,
Okay,
that we're going to meet with the applicant, his builder, document the dimensions, size, et cetera, of the existing entrance, and that's what the box that will be limited to for the replication of the new one.
okay. Any more questions of the applicant?
No, I think it's a great renovation.
Thank you.
It's attractive.
It's a few years overdue.
I did spend some time puzzling over these pictures that were right upside down.
Does someone want to make the draft motion here from staff?
Yeah, I got to read this whole thing. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to approve application 1624, application of Louis George, agent, Masako Properties LLC owner for site plan approval for repairs and renovations for the front entrance of the building on the property located at 4 Masako Street, 945 Hot Meadow Street, Assessors Map H09, Block 128, Lot 03 and 4, Zone PO, to be reasonable. The site plan amendment approval is subject to the following conditions. The applicant shall schedule a pre-demolition site meeting with the planning director prior to issuance of a building permit. Applicant and contractor shall meet with staff to review proposed activities in the field before any work is commenced. 2, minor field adjustments to grading, underground utilities, and landscaping may be made based on field conditions upon written approval from the director of planning, who has been given authority on behalf of the town zoning commission to act on his behalf, or on our behalf. The director of planning cannot approve changes that jeopardize the integrity of the original design. As approved.
Okay.
Second by Jerry. Any adjustments or comments?
It's a good plan.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the item is 1625 of T.J. Donahue Historic Society. Some feeling in the commission that we should approve this, that the changes are not dramatic.
Right. Yeah, I just think all that's changed from the previous approval was that previously it was going to swap spaces with the schoolhouse, and instead this is going behind the schoolhouse, so the schoolhouse can stay where it is. Otherwise, it's the same as the commission already approved and design review already approved. The swap actually makes sense for a couple of reasons. One, we don't have to move the old schoolhouse, which was in danger of being damaged if you moved. And 2, it makes the memorial a little more secluded. It blocks the sound of Route 10 from the memorial, because it's kind of a reflection area. So I don't see any reason why it needs to be continued. I think we can just go ahead and approve this.
Would you like to make a motion?
Yeah, so, go ahead.
Bruce?
I'm not familiar with this. I was not on the commission when it was previously approved, so I'm not sure that's the fatal flaw, but I'm not familiar with it. The DRB approved it as we see it right now.
No, they approved it when it was on the corner.
But it's structured exactly the
The
same.
structure's the same.
Yeah. It used to be here,
Okay,
but then they just moved it, but it's exact same.
but the drawings are all.
No, this one, this is the new one. That's all that we're coming in for, is to move
But all
from here to
these,
there.
but all these are the same.
Yeah. Well, they've been revised,
Which drawing is the correct one?
all of them, the ones that are here.
These are all correct.
It's just, it's a site plan amendment from what we previously approved. All it changed is the location.
You made the motion.
Yeah, so I like to move approval of it. Let me take a look here. I move that we approve application 1625 of T.J. Donahue, agent, Simsbury Historical Society, Inc., owner for a site plan amendment for the Martin Luther King in Connecticut Memorial on a property located at 800 Hot Meadow Street, Assessors Map G10, Block 227, Lot 001, Zones SC1, SC3, SC4.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mike?
Just one comment, maybe the staff is just recommending one condition on this, that if you go back to the previous application, condition number 2, that minor field adjustments, grading, underground utilities, landscaping may be approved based on field conditions, on written approval of the planning director. Just that'll give you the ability, at least enable staff, if there's some kind of conflict within this plan, and then utilities, et cetera, that we can kind of give a little shift.
Yep. Okay, so I would like to add that paragraph to the approval.
Okay, Donna?
Okay.
Any other comments or questions about this application? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All in favor, passes unanimously. Application 1626 of T.J. Donahue is setting a public hearing for a special exception. And I'd like a motion to set that public hearing for July 18th.
What, do we need to read it before this? It's one of those things I have to read. That Derek avoided?
I don't think so, because this isn't the text of the...
No, we don't.
No, because it's not the public, if it was the actual public hearing,
Oh.
yes.
This is setting-
Okay.
Just
This is
setting, we're just setting the
You're just
date.
setting a date.
Right, Mr. Chairman, regarding application 1626 of TJ Donahue Aiden, Simsbury Land Trust owner for a special exception pursuant to Article 10, Section E of the Simsbury zoning regs, off-street parking regulations for Phase 1 of the parking area on the property located at East Weetog Street, Assessors Map H11, Block 106, Lot 37A, Zones R4 and R80, that we set the public hearing date for July 18th.
We have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Public hearing is set for July 18th.
The next one's the same thing?
The next one's the same thing, but it's not a public hearing, so I think it just gets deferred until the 18th.
Yeah, until you have the public hearing. So
So
the
we-
special exception, you can't
we
act on
just
the
skip
site plan.
this. Application 1628 of Frank Luca, Autumn and Spirits Company. This is to set a public hearing again for July 18th. Is that what you'd like, sir?
Yes, I thought it was July 11th, but July 18th, fine.
Right. Whenever our meeting is, right?
July 18th, right?
July 18th.
Can we have a motion to,
All right, Mr. Chairman, regarding application 1628 of Frank J. Luca, Powderman Spirits Company LLC agent, 1 and 3 Mill Pond Partners LLC owner for a special exception pursuant to Article 10, Section H of the Simsbury zoning regs for a liquor permit on a property located at 1 Mill Pond Lane, Assessors Map F11, Block 103, Lot 005-223, Zone I2. That we set the public hearing for July 18th.
second, anywhere?
Second? I'll
Second by Donna. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that's done.
Good, thank you. What happened to your previous location?
It fell through, they wanted a 5-year lease, and because it's gonna take so long to get the permits and things, I'm not worried about too much, because I have a federal explosives license, so I think I'll pass, but I was worried that something might happen, so this person that owns that building is willing to give me short-term leases until I get my
Were you able
permits
to
in
do the
place.
retail thing? Remember you had to have 2 buildings or something?
Yeah, well, there's somebody else coming up that I think is gonna do that in another location in Simsbury Town Shops, but I'm not sure yet. And so I'm just gonna concentrate on making it and marketing it and trying to sell it locally at first and then see what happens. You know?
Cool.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Become your advice corner.
Okay, Mike, any general commission business?
There's no updates.
A motion to adjourn?
I think you're gonna get the award.
No, we didn't make it.
Huh?
No?
We didn't make 12 minutes, 22.
Yeah, we actually got something done.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, guys. Good work.
Hilarious.